Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded. Ball will be at its best today. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Buffaloes offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback when he takes the field. Not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of it.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team.
The last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy are in a situation where they see something, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal, completely key addition. It's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Fights off a defender.
He's put by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are...
Do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see...
And the quarterback is...
Defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll run it from the gun. Showing off the arms. And he goes out of bounds.
You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And he's not... Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Avoids... And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now.
After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field position than this all game did.
You ain't lying.
Back to open this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. They work that running game down.
Make that defense physically meet the challenge.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. And a nice will snap it on 1st and 10. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a...
Got some room headed to the goal line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they break the seal on the scoring.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark.
Complete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Throws to the wideout. Almost enters what they see. The play action fake. And down he goes.
Dave, let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that,
And also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Nice, solid. Not to give the underdog reason to believe.
yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early,
This crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he crushes it right through the upright. His goal.
Feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And they'll finally get him down.
Here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And they're coming into
To take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down.
Run of training camp, running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end,
Down.
42 Spider.
Off play action. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left wing with a first down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. From the gun. Give on the inside.
this defense, 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down. Have fun with that.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's tripped up.
Is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find.
Taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense.
Come on, set it.
Quarterback on the keeper. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
and that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll try the run. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. They'll use a time. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for space. It's Hayden. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. Oh, how did you make that move? They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said,
We'll kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30.
It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
And the defense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40.
The field early like that and coming away with the first, that's huge.
Firing deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down it for 32.
The line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Can't find his man.
Green 25.
He's looking for an open man on second down. It's caught downfield. Pulls it in and takes it in for a touchdown.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Rolling the dice to beat. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocked.
Run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Anderson wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't.
Halftime to see if they can open up this passing game, but early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Makes a move. He's brought down, but it really
Looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked...
And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg the difference.
But this is just the type of field position this offense wants.
29
Going up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of...
Did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in.
Got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
In situation, he wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
One.
Can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Running with power. Moves up to the 34.
Dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Giving him his pads. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And he had to make the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Running through contact. And defense finally makes the stop. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're getting this guy lathered up. They get him down. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll keep it himself. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, they go back to the option play, and now this is the second time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You can tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
Just unloaded on to put their team in prime position on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line.
The first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To go. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Makes a connection. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He
run those routes, those curl routes, just like that. Those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on.
That you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Anderson will throw. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Smashes through the tackle. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D. This defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage.
6 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game, the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're trying to get to it. Nowhere. 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the left. Off he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Colorado.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. He's running free down the middle. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They're lining up to boot it away. He thought about bringing that and gets set, first down.
Down 55 weak.
They'll start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball. Creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. Wide open downfield. He knew exactly where lined up. Got to get lined up to spot. Anderson wants to throw. He's taking the shot. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes the offense returning to the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defense.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Hard running there. They bring him.
Trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
He gets it. Oh! I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out, and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team, and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer.